All right. Hey, can we talk about what SGC is doing right now? I mean, what? It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Stick around.
DT Sports Car. The DT Sports Car. The DT Sports Car.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the internet. Welcome to D Team Sports Cards. I'm your host, DT, and in today's video, we're going to discuss the lightning fast turnaround at SGC and whether we believe this can put them closer to overtaking PSA as the leader in the sports card grading industry. So, first of all, if you're new here, please like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, and put your comments and feedback down in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you. Second of all, tell you a little bit about myself and what this channel is about. So for me, I've been collecting sports cards since the probably late 1970s. At that time, I collected a lot of football, so I had a lot of Steelers, Oakland Raiders, Dallas Cowboys, Denver Broncos, mostly football. Then when you get into the 80s, I started to play more sports. So I played basketball, baseball. Hockey's the sport I played the most of. I played hockey for 30 years. So I collect a bunch of hockey. I started collecting more baseball, basketball cards. Unfortunately, I never collected the Michael Jordan card, but that's a story for another day. So as we go along, the 70s, early 80s, I built up my collection. And then I ended up basically just giving them away. My entire collection I gave away. Probably sometime in the late 80s. To a brother of someone I knew. So I just gave those away. Then the early 90s comes around, the junk wax era, and got interested again. And at that point, I'm in my early 20s, so I started buying packs, opening packs, had a bunch of Jeter rookies, Frank Thomas, all the people that were rookies in the early 90s. I probably had their cards. Then I went in the military. So that collection, I actually was going to be stationed in Korea. So when I was en route to Korea, I left that collection somewhere. To this day, I still have I have no idea where I left that collection, but I left it somewhere. And needless to say, I haven't found it. I still haven't found it. So those cards were gone. So then fast forward, in between there, you get married, you have kids, other things happen, and you're not collecting as much as you used to when you were younger. And so then the pandemic hit. I still have some of my cards from the 90s. And, like everyone else, got caught up in the hype of this latest boom in the sports card market. And so I started buying a bunch of cards and getting interested in cards, started watching other channels. It's the channels that were inspiration for me to start my channel, like Flipping Steve, Personal Finance Dad, who's now the Sports Card Dad, Dakota, Sports Cards Anonymous, Neo Cards and Comics, and there's a lot of them, and I'll throw them into different videos if I miss somebody. And Ziggy No at the Sports Card Show, I think his channel's called, and I'll try to put them up here somewhere in this video if I can pop up their channels and would encourage you to go check them out because their content's pretty good. I consume it basically every day, and I'm always in their comment section. And it's part of the reason why I started this channel is when you're in the comment section, it's hard to get context of what you're saying. So I decided, why not make a video? And it's easier for someone to understand because they can see my face while I'm speaking. It's easier for you to understand what I'm trying to say. All right? So, back to the SGC PSA story. So, I'm also going to put up on the screen somewhere. I don't know. I'm editing this video by myself, so it should end up on the screen somewhere. My SGC video or my order, you'll see that I shipped it to them. They received it on July 11th. They picked it up July 11th, graded it July 11th, and shipped it back to me July 12th. And I received it on Friday, July 15th. I mean, that's amazing, especially in this day and age when a lot of us, including myself, are waiting for cards from PSA. And I'll show you that order that I sent in March of last year. All right, they logged it into their system. So they got it in March. They logged it into their system in May of last year. And I think it just moved today, the 15th of July. It just moved into the QA1, so their first quality checker, whatever it is. It was in the grading process for like 3 or 4 months. It was in assembly for 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, so just think, it was in grading for 3 or 4 months. And SGC graded and slabbed my cards and shipped them back to me in basically a 24-hour period, but we'll call it 2 days. And the entire process from door to door took 7 days. Now, this was the 20 to 25 day that was supposed to be, or it was $30, 20 to 25 day process. They've recently gotten rid of their 5 day because they're turning it around so fast. So either SGC is just not getting any cards, and that's why they can pick them up, grade them the same day, and ship them back to you. Or it's possible that they're in a better market for hiring people, and they've just hired too many for the number of cards that they get into grade, so that they can just constantly churn and burn these cards. So those things can be true, but I'm going to show you it. When you saw the PSA order, there were 2 orders on there. One I sent, I think, at the end of February of last year, and it was a regular submission, $50 a card. I sent 4 cards. I have those 4 cards right here, but anyway, so $50 a card. They received them either late February or the beginning of March. I can't remember. It'll be on when I put it up on the screen. So anyway, I received them back in June. So that's 3 months. We'll say 90 days. Okay? It's $50 a card. And this was before they started really working on this backlog. All right? So this was, they got these maybe 2 months before they stopped taking cards. So $50. All right. So now they're in the middle. Well, they'll say they're at the tail end of doing the backlog. And you can pay $50 a card and get it back faster than when I got these back for. All right. So I'm going to show you these cards. And it was a pretty good submission. But you got a Bo Bichette Chrome rookie. Got a 10 on that. Got Quinn Hughes, Young Guns. Got a 10 on that. We got a Justin Herbert, NFL debut out of Mosaic. Got a nice 10 on that. And then my Jack Hughes Young Guns got a 10 on that. And I'm a big Devils fan, so Jack Hughes is one of my PC people. But those 4 cards, when I sent them in, you're probably looking at, I don't know, $750. That's probably $1,100 comp value at the time when I sent them in. All right. When I received them back from PSA, that had gone down to about 7-ish, 7 to 8. So I already lost about 25-30% just in the 3 months that it took them to get me my cards back. All right. So now imagine the ones I sent in that I've been waiting 16 months for. I mean, some of them could have gone up. It's possible, I guess, but almost everything's down. So I can guarantee you that probably most of what I sent in will be comping at 50% of what it was when I sent them in. So we'll put that to the side right now. So people will constantly make this argument of resale value. All right, PSA has the best resale value, therefore they are the king. They can't do any wrong. And who knows? I might use PSA again. I never say never, because if SGC or CSG, which I'm going to submit to CSG, also probably a 50 card order, and I'll have that video up when I preview the cards to submit them, and then when I get them back. But I like to use the restaurant analogy, all right? And for me, analogies are like bungholes, all right? Everybody has one, and most of them stink, all right? Some of them smell like roses, but most of them stink. So let's say a restaurant, best steak in town, best restaurant. You go to eat, and they say, hey, come on in. And they sit you down at a table, and then you never see a waitress or a waiter or anyone. Again, you're just sitting at the table waiting. Now, it's the best steak in town. And you see people come in, and you see them slide to Mater D $100 or $50, and they get a seat, and you see them get their food. And you're like, wait a minute. I've been here for hours. These people just come in, slide them $100, they get their steaks right away. And this just happens over and over and over. And then you realize, well, this restaurant down the street, it might be the second best steak, but it's a pretty good steak. And when I go to that restaurant, they say, hey, Mr. Smith, how you doing? Got a chair for you right over here. And they're constantly, come on, hey, you need water, you need some drinks, what can we do for you? Really good customer service. They're taking care of you. Get your food fast. It's good food. It's not as good as the other restaurant, but it's pretty good food. After a while, I'm going to stop going to the first restaurant. And I'm going to go to the second restaurant because I can still fill my belly and feel like I'm important to that business. All right. So that's why I feel PSA has dropped the ball. They took everyone's cards, and you can say that they're putting out posts on Instagram or Twitter or wherever they're putting posts out, but they have not sent me one email. They've had my cards for 16 months. They haven't sent me one email saying, this is when, we're sorry for the delay in grading your cards, and this is when we think it might be done. Something, anything. And some people will say, well, they don't have to send you an email. They put the stuff on Twitter, and they let everybody know they're trying to work through the backlog. But they have no problem sending me an email to tell me I could get in the queue when they were doing the lottery system. They sent me several emails for that. But not one email about my cards that they've had for 16 months. And I've been a member since, I guess, January of last year. Nothing. No communication. So now SGC, they didn't communicate with me either, but they only had my cards for 2 days. So we really didn't need to communicate back and forth. And trust me, if I have a problem with the cards and I try to contact them and they don't get back to me, I'll say the same thing about SGC. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the reveal of the cards that I got back. And we'll come back on the other side of that. So stick around. I'm going to do this reveal real quick. And this is, once again, this is a 12 card order. And I actually saw 6 of the grades already, but I don't actually remember which cards were what grades. I know of the 6, I had 2 10s. So we'll just go through them all again. Get these off of here. Get that off of here. All right. So we got 12 cards. Got our little SGC paperwork. All right. And we're going to use our lucky Nick Senzel Gold rookie card as our revealer here. So our first card is a 1920 SP Game Used. It's Ink Rookie Sweaters of Jack Hughes. And that's an amazing card. 22 out of 49. And in this SGC slab, these thicker cards, I don't know if you can see that. They're really nice in these thick slabs. So here we go. Let's see what we got. So we got 1920 Inked Rookie Sweaters. And we got Auto 10 and a Mint 9. That's not too bad for a thick card. Alright, put that 9 there. And then we'll go with the next one, which is an Alexander Barkov. And this is, you can see there, it's 13-14 Contenders. And this is a rookie ticket. 45 out of 100. Nice little 2-color jersey. Nice auto. There we go. See the rookie ticket, patch autograph. Let's see, we got a 10 auto, which is nice. And we got an 8. And I knew this one had a little bit of issue right in here, so I think an 8's a fair grade. Got a little bit of whiting up there in the corner. But overall, I mean, you can't, these slabs, they feel so, just so nice with these thick cards. I mean, I have some other SGC slabs, and they're not the greatest slab. I mean, I think CSG has the best slabs, but these ones with the thick cards are really, really nice. So here we go. We got an 8 on the Barkov. Our next one is a Jack Hughes from Credentials, 1920. And this is a variation. This is the variation red. It has him in his white jersey. The other ones are in his red jersey. This is the variation ticket. We got, again, a 10 auto and a 9.5 Mint Plus. That is awesome. I don't know if you can see the number there. It's out of 25. Is that 18 out of 25? 19? 16 out of 25. All right. Those are 3 that I did see the grades on. And this one I also saw the grade on. So this is the Fluorescence from 1920 Upper Deck Series 2. These are, they're sort of like case hits, but there's different colors. There's the gold, there's green, there's blue. And then the subsequent years now they've added a red that's non-numbered. But this one you can see is 7 out of 15. It's the green. And these are really, really hard to grade. There's just a lot of chipping on them. They're sort of like PMGs. Let's see what we got. We got a 9. 9's a nice grade on that. Out of 15. Next one up. This is the blue. This is numbered out of 50. So 13 out of 50. Got the blue. Let's see what we got. Another 9. So a pair of 9s. I also have the gold. I just have to send it in. Maybe I'll get another 9, and then we'll have the whole set in 9s. All right. This next card is Erasmus Dahlin. This is a case hit. This is a Fanimation. It's in 1920 Series 1. So it's not his rookie year. It's the next year. But these canvas cards are like case hits. They're unannounced inserts like Upper Deck likes to do. But they're basically case hits. So, Erasmus Dahlin. And we got a Gem Mint 10 on that. That's very nice. Pop count can't be too high on that card. Alright, next up. We got an Adam Fox Young Guns. And this is Series 1. 1920 Series 1. Adam Fox. Just as regular Young Guns. And we got the Gem Mint 10. Not too bad. These over here. Let's see what we got next. Alright, now the rest of these, I haven't seen the grades yet. So these ones I did see the grades, I just didn't know what the order was. The rest of them I haven't seen the grades yet. So let's see. Igor Shesterkin. This is the 1920. This is his canvas. This is a series, I think this is Series 1. So let's see what we got. Whoa, we got a Gem Mint 10. All right. Take that. All the 10s we can get. All right. Now these cards, I will tell you, normally I have a card in a grading sleeve like this Trae Young here, this 1920 Prism. Normally, before I send them for grading, I'll take them out of this sleeve, wipe them down, and look for any defects. But this submission, I wanted to get them in and get them back. I was worried about getting them back, which I guess I shouldn't have been worried. But so I didn't take them out and wipe them down. But they were put in there, taken good care of. So this is a 13-14 Kucherov Young Guns. Now these in a 10 probably go for 500-600 maybe in the SGC slab. They probably go for 7-8 in a PSA. So we're hoping for a 9 or better on this. I mean, it's a little bit older card, almost 10-year-old now. 9.5. Can't complain about that. I will take it. All right. Next up, we got Lucas Raymond. Now this is Series 2 that just came out. So I just pulled these and just sent them in. We got another Young Guns here. Let's see what we got. Gem Mint 10. Beautiful. Next one. Quentin Byfield out of the same set. I bought 2 hobby boxes and I got the Lucas Raymond and the Quentin Byfield. And we got a Gem Mint 10. And then this last card is basically a case hit. These are 1 in 144 packs. These are the Dazzlers, but these are the pink variation. And this is Maurice Sider, so this is a rookie Dazzler pink. So we're hoping to get a 10 on this. Oh, 9.5. Not too bad. All right, so there's the reveal. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. All right. Well, if you're still here, I hope you enjoyed that review. And so we're coming to the end of this video because it's getting a little long today. So try to keep them, a little bit on the shorter side. I'll show you what I'm going to be sending. Probably my next SGC order. Where I have this. I got this Joe Sakic. Now this is the OPC version, which is a little more abundant than the Tops version. But I bought this KSA 10, and I'm probably just going to crack this, sub it to SGC, and see what we can get. I said I'm a Devils fan, so we got this clear-cut Foundations. It's a nice little case hit out of Upper Deck. I think that's 2021 Series 1, I think. Got a little Yager. That's the American score version. Got a little Mo Bamba rookie ticket autograph. We got the Young Dolph. Ja Morant. We got a Sebastian Aho, Ultimate Rookies. We got a guy I'm high on for this season coming up. We'll see if it pans out or not. But we got a Opulence, RPA, Marvin Bagley, number 10. Got a little Mike Trout, numbered to 150. Supposedly game used memorabilia. But then it has the old, this memorabilia on this card is not from any specific game, event, or season. So I don't understand how they know it's game used if they have no idea which specific game, but hey, that's neither here nor there. So, I'll probably show some of the other ones in some of the other videos, but so just to end this video, I mean, I know the PSA sells for more than SGC. I get it. I'm going to see all the comments that, you can use SGC. I'm still using PSA because they sell for more, blah, blah, blah. But BGS was once the leader in grading, all right? For whatever reason, I don't know the reason because I wasn't grading at that time, but there was an event that happened that allowed PSA to bypass them. All right. And if you think that an event like that can't happen again and have a company like SGC where you have people that say, well, SGC is good for vintage. I trust them for vintage. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Why? If you trust them for vintage cards to authenticate them, then why wouldn't you trust them for modern cards? To me, that doesn't make any sense. But remember, when PSA passed BGS, they were like, BGS was like Saks Fifth Avenue, Macy's. They were charging a decent amount. It was a really nice slab. Just considered higher level than PSA. And PSA was like Walmart because they were charging, $6-8 to get your card graded. And somehow PSA became number one. No real rhyme or reason. Maybe they had better marketing. So what I'm saying is, as long as SGC takes care of their customers, and even CSG, because I love CSG slabs, as long as they take care of their customers, we know that they're respected graders, authenticators. So it's not going to take much to tip the scale to them. So something to think about. So that's all we got for today. Until the next video, watch traffic and don't take any wooden nickels.
Sports car. The DT Sports car. The DT